Katie Price is back in the headlines. But this time, it's not the surgery, not the bankruptcies, not the mucky mansion. It's something far more serious. Her animals. Again. Yes, the star's latest batch of sphynx kittens has fallen dangerously ill, with one already dead and 4 others rushed to emergency vets. And as the RSPCA issues a public warning about the way Katie has been caring for them, the spotlight is firmly back on her long, chaotic history with pets. Before we get into the shocking details of this story, make sure you hit subscribe right now. We're exposing the scandals the stars don't want you to hear, and this is one story you'll want to hear to the very end. So what's happened this time? Katie's designer sphynx cat, Doris, gave birth to kittens last month. But almost immediately, tragedy struck. 1 kitten died, making it the 8th animal to die in her care. The 4 surviving kittens began to decline fast. Katie admitted she and her boyfriend JJ Slater had been bottle feeding them every 3 hours after Doris fell ill with an infection. But instead of being kept safe at home, those tiny, vulnerable kittens were packed up and taken on tour with Katie as she traveled the country for her live show with Carrie Katona. Yes, tour buses, hotels, bright lights, all while still under 8 weeks old. Unsurprisingly, the kittens became seriously unwell. JJ reportedly found them limp, forcing an emergency dash to the vets. Katie went on Snapchat sounding frantic, saying, "It's not looking good. Fingers crossed. They're like our babies." But here's the thing. Experts immediately stepped in. The RSPCA issued a statement that couldn't have been clearer. Newborn kittens, they said, should never leave their home environment before 8 weeks. They shouldn't be dragged around the country. They shouldn't be exposed to new environments before vaccinations at 6 to 8 weeks. And bottle feeding kittens that young? Incredibly specialist. High risk of death. In other words, exactly what Katie was doing, exactly what fans feared, was putting those kittens' lives in danger. This latest scandal isn't happening in isolation. It's part of a long, grim pattern that stretches back years. Let's go back. Remember the German Shepherds? Queenie, Sparkle, Sharon, Blade, all killed on the roads near Katie's home, one after another. First a delivery driver, then the same busy A24 road again and again. Fans begged her to secure her property. Still, the accidents kept happening. Then the French Bulldogs. Rolo, given to her daughter Princess as a birthday gift, suffocated under an electric chair. Precious, handed away to a builder like an old sofa. Then there were the cats. Dobby and Hagrid, 2 sphynx she mysteriously rehomed. And now, Doris and her sick litter. Add Marvin the chameleon, dead in the mucky mansion. Peggy the hedgehog, lost for weeks inside the house. Tank the German Shepherd puppy, allegedly struck during a live stream before disappearing from her feed. And of course, the horse killed on the motorway after escaping her field. Time and again, animals under Katie Price's care end up dead, rehomed, or in danger. So is this just bad luck, or something far worse? Katie always says the same thing. Heartbroken, devastated. Another tragic accident. But how many accidents can one person have? 1 dog run over, maybe? But 4? 1 horse escaping? Perhaps? But a whole string of pets lost, killed, discarded? At what point does this stop being bad luck and start being a dangerous pattern of neglect? Back to today. Fans are furious. PETA has already petitioned for Katie to be banned from owning pets. And with the RSPCA now openly warning the public about the way she's handling her kittens, pressure is mounting like never before. The question is simple. Why does Katie Price keep being allowed to own animals? Her track record is one of chaos. 8 confirmed deaths, countless more rehomed. And now, 4 kittens fighting for life because they were dragged around like tour props instead of kept safe at home. It's not just the animals that are suffering either. Katie's daughter Princess has spoken out about the scary environment of the mucky mansion. If kids were uneasy living there, what chance did the animals have? And yet, the cycle repeats. Katie buys, breeds, or is gifted another pet. It ends in tragedy. Outrage follows. Then it happens all over again. The saddest part? These animals never had a choice. They were supposed to be loved, protected, safe. Instead, they became part of the circus. From Doris the breeding cat, to Rolo the birthday puppy, to Blade the so-called protection dog, each one was drawn into the chaos of Katie's life. And far too many paid the ultimate price. So where does this leave Katie now? Right now, Doris is back home recovering from infection. The kittens remain under vet supervision. Katie continues to post emotional updates, claiming she's doing all she can. But critics aren't buying it. They say this is the same story, just with new names. Another round of helpless animals suffering while Katie shrugs it off as fate. And the RSPCA's words are damning. They've essentially spelled it out. These kittens should never have left their home, never have been dragged on tour. And hand-rearing them, as Katie has been doing, carries a high risk of death. If that doesn't sound like a warning shot, what does? Here's the bigger picture. Katie Price has been given chance after chance, pet after pet, and still, tragedies mount. At this point, it's not about haters or trolls. It's about responsibility. It's about basic care. And it's about whether someone with this many failures on their record should ever be allowed to own animals again. Because if history tells us anything, it's that this won't be the last time we're telling a story like this. So what do you think? Is Katie Price just the unluckiest pet owner in Britain? Or does this long chain of animal deaths prove she's unfit to keep them at all? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe right now for more explosive celebrity scandals. Because this story, it's far from over.